Today's an exciting day for Bayonne, for the Port of New York and New Jersey, and of course for Bayonne Dry Dock and all of the workers who make a living in our maritime industry. Today we're announcing a federal Maritime Administration grant of more than $1 million to modernize and upgrade Bayonne Dry Dock. I'm proud to have gone to bat for this project because this investment will pay off for years to come in the form of more jobs and opportunity for the people of Bayonne and Hudson County and beyond. There are over 280 full-time workers here. Maybe another 50 will be added as a result of this grant. They go up to 400 when they have subcontracts, and they're just growing. And we're thrilled to see it because we were looking at the nature of some of this work, and these are skilled workers whose incomes are very significant middle-class incomes, and that's what we want to see grow. Whether we're talking about modernizing our shipyards, building new tunnels, or investing in our ports, I've spent my entire career in public service fighting for infrastructure investments that keep New Jersey on the cutting edge. As mayor of Union City, I helped develop the Hudson-Bergen light rail system, spurring a new age of development and investment along New Jersey's Gold Coast. As a congressman, I fought and secured $100 million, above and beyond the funding New Jersey was slated to get, to invest in the Liberty Corridor, a vision for making our ports, our roadways, and our transit networks more efficient. I bought the largest federal investment that the nation has ever seen in dredging and channel deepening to ensure that the Port of Elizabeth and Newark continue to be the megaport of the East Coast. And today, as the ranking member of the Senate Subcommittee on Housing, Transportation, and Community Development, I'm proud to have secured record federal funding for New Jersey's roads, bridges, and transit systems. I know infrastructure isn't always viewed as the most exciting issue, but there's a reason why I've always made it a priority, and that's because it delivers real benefits for the people of New Jersey in the form of more jobs, greater economic opportunity, and improved quality of life. And we know that infrastructure is increasingly a make-or-break factor for businesses deciding whether they should invest in New Jersey. For Bayonne Dry Dock, this federal investment of more than $1 million will help the site upgrade its capabilities, compete for more contracts, and continue providing state-of-the-art service to some of the largest commercial and naval vessels around. They do a lot of work for the U.S. Navy, which is ultimately part of our national security system. So they are part of making sure that these ships can continue to operate as they defend us across the globe. The entire team at Bayonne Dry Dock should be proud today. The Federal Maritime Administration's Small Shipyard Grant is a highly competitive program that receives far more applications than it can fund. Getting a small shipyard grant is no easy task. You have to be the best of the best. And that helps Congressman Series and I and Senator Booker be great advocates for this type of grant in our lobbying efforts, because at the end of the day, when you have a great history, you can have some great results. When I pursued the Maritime Administration to make the case for this project, I emphasized Bayonne's Dry Dock's high standards, its reputation for exceptional quality, and around-the-clock services. With today's award of over $1 million, it's clear that MARAD believed as well that this was the right effort. This funding is going to help modernize the site's dry dock equipment, which is critical because Bayonne is one of the few facilities on the East Coast that can serve large ocean-going vessels. We're also investing in the site's metalworking and ship maintenance equipment so that Bayonne Dry Dock can continue succeeding at its core mission of ship repair. Together, all of these pieces add up to more jobs and a stronger, more competitive New Jersey economy. Jobs here at Bayonne Dry Dock are good-paying, highly skilled jobs. They're the kind of jobs that allow a worker to support their family, build a good life, and give their kids a brighter future. These kind of good-paying Jersey jobs are the bedrock of a strong middle class. I'm proud that we can invest in these workers and invest in their future. And the benefits go beyond the workers here at Bayonne Dry Dock. Our maritime industry is critical for the nation's defense and America's ability to compete around the world. The dry dock supports that mission by serving everyone from the U.S. Navy to massive ocean liners that call the Port of New York and New Jersey home. Our ports are gateways for global commerce, and businesses depend on strong maritime infrastructure to deliver their goods and reach new markets overseas. So when we invest in shipyards like Bayonne Dry Dock, we're also investing in businesses up and down the supply chain. That matters to all of us who expect to see fully stocked shelves when we head to the grocery store and the goods we order online to arrive on time. This is how we build economic opportunity for working families here in New Jersey. And I'm going to keep fighting for these kind of smart investments in the U.S. Senate. That's why I worked across the aisle to protect funding for programs like the small shipyard grant so that we can make more investments like this one. And I continue to believe that Congress should make bigger and bolder investments in our infrastructure a top priority. Because when we invest in infrastructure, we create opportunity. And when we create opportunity, the people of New Jersey seize that opportunity. We can't just keep throwing tax cuts at wealthy CEOs and expect it to trickle down to the rest of us. The only way to build a brighter future is to start from the bottom up. I know that from a career of fighting for infrastructure investments and seeing the results.